Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. Will Carly be the one to bring people between Sidwell and Valentin? Carly Spencer was smiling in a way across the table from Jen Sidwell on the show that was on Monday. This could be the start of a great friendship, or it could be a total mess. Now that Sidwell is aware that Valentin Cassadine is not just hanging around Port Charles but around his house on Spoon Island, Carly might be the person who helps him figure out why Valentin was snooping around his home. Carly could be the key to helping Sidwell understand what Valentin is doing. This could be important for Sidwell and Valentin. This is a problem if he does not want to keep her secret. He might use it against her because she is the ex-wife of Sonny Corinthos and the mother of his child. Will Carly be careless enough to tell people that she is talking to Valentin? Is she going to turn against Jack Brennan? General Hospital spoilers: Carly needs a cover story. Do not forget that Carly has been angry with her brother, Lucas Jones, for dating Marco Rios. The reason is that Carly thinks Marco Rios is a person and she believes he is working with his father to do bad things. So it will be very hard for Carly to make Sidwell believe that she does not have any problem with Marco Rios now. Carly is a tough businesswoman and Sidwell seems to like that about the people he works with. Carly is a businesswoman and Sidwell appears to appreciate that quality in the people he deals with, including Carly. People do not have to be friends if they both want something, and working together is good for them. General Hospital spoilers say that it would be good for Carly's relationship with Lucas if she suddenly started to like Sidwell. She probably does not want to lie to her brother. At the time, she may not be able to tell him the truth that she and Sidwell are working together against a common enemy. General Hospital's Carly and Sidwell. Carly and Sidwell are working together. That is what matters to them. That will only work if she is completely honest with Sidwell that her feelings towards Sidwell have not changed. Will that be good enough for Lucas, or might that make her look like a hypocrite for being okay with working with Sidwell when it is good for her but not okay with Lucas dating Marco? What will Sonny and Jason Morgan think if Carly decides to spend time with Sidwell, who's her ex's biggest enemy, Sidwell? General Hospital spoilers. The enemy of thy enemy is thy friend. Sonny thinks that Ava Jerome is the way for him to get information on Sidwell and make the guy pay. Now it seems like Carly is going to get close to Sidwell too. If Carly can talk Sidwell into not telling everyone about Valentin, she will have to give him something in return for keeping quiet. We all know that Sidwell always wants something from General Hospital people, like Sonny and Carly, when he helps them. Sidwell is not a guy who does things for free, he always collects what he wants. On the other hand, Sidwell could find favor in working with Valentin if it means diverting attention from the WSB to anywhere else but his island manor, where he's housing Anna Devane as a hostage and Britt Westbourne as an asset. Jason is on a mission. He wants to get something done. Valentin is really worried about something. Tracy is completely shocked by what she found out. Jason Morgan is a man who's very focused on what he wants to do. Valentin Cassadine is getting more and more alarmed by the minute. Tracy Quartermaine just discovered something that she did not expect. Portia Robinson tried to talk to someone. They did not want to listen to her. On Monday, January 26, Sonny Corinthos is trying to manipulate Ava Jerome. He is talking to her about something that will take her mind off things. At the time, Jason is telling Carly Spencer that he is worried about Britt Westbourne. Else Jordan Ashford is introducing two people to each other. Sonny is trying to get what he wants from Ava. Curtis is feeling relieved about something. Jocelyn Jacks is going to ask someone for help that you would not expect. Curtis Ashford is going to feel really relieved about something. Jason is a man on a mission. He wants to find out what really scared Britt off from their relationship. Jason wants to know what happened with Britt. Lucas has some questions for Britt too. This might happen at General Hospital. Jocelyn is going to do something. She is going to make a move. This is even though Jack Brennan stopped her from being a WSB agent. Jocelyn Jacks is not giving up. Carly is going to catch up with her cousin Lulu Spencer and her daughter Charlotte Cassadine. As for Tracy, she will have a tough time. She might have some trouble finding her Quartermaine family treasures. Tracy will find out something. This will happen on Wednesday, January 28th. She might learn something about her family treasures. It could be something completely different. At the time, Valentin will get really worried. He is probably concerned about what's going on with Charlotte Cassadine. It seems like something is definitely going on with Charlotte Cassadine because Lulu Spencer turns to Nathan West for help. Trina Robinson is really. She is talking about it. Gio Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake are in a spot. Jason is going to try to save the day. On Thursday, January 29th, Jason plays hero. He might be able to help Britt because she is in a bad situation. At the time, Carly gets some good news. Maybe she finds out that Jocelyn is not a WSB agent anymore. In another situation, Nathan lets his guard down. That is not like him. Molly Lansing Davis is going to tell Cody Bell something. I do not know what it is. Some people are going to kiss for the time. Maybe it is Sunny and Justine Turner. Maurice Bernard said this. Portia gets told no on Friday, January 30th. This is interesting. I want to know what happens to Portia. Lulu says something. This might be because Nathan was not careful on Thursday. Molly Lansing Davis and Cody Bell are going to have a moment. Sunny and Justine Turner might kiss. I hope we find out what happens to Portia and Lulu soon. Molly Lansing Davis will share her news with Cody Bell. Then we have to wait and see what happens next with Portia and Lulu. And more than likely in this situation with Britt, Jason connects the dots. Carly finds herself making an offer to someone. Who might that be, and what kind of offer? And as for Rocco Falconeri, he gets his feelings hurt. Carly Spencer is giving some advice. Sonny Corinthos is worried about something. Lucas Jones is warning someone about something. Carly Spencer gives advice to someone and Sonny Corinthos is getting worried. Lucas Jones is also giving a warning to someone. Tracy Quartermaine wants to keep a promise. She tells someone that she wants them to have something. Tracy Quartermaine is looking for the Quartermaine things that Drew Kane took. She really wants to get the Quartermaine heirlooms back. Tracy Quartermaine is on a mission to find these things. She will not give up. She is talking to a family member about getting the heirlooms. This seems like the time to do it because of Drew's big stroke. The problem is that she has to find out where he put the heirlooms. He cannot tell her even if he wants to. She will have to search hard to find them. For now, she will have to deal with a problem that slows her down. The heirlooms are what she is looking for. She will not give up on finding the heirlooms. Carly is going to meet Lulu Spencer and Charlotte Cassadine at the Metro Court. Carly will talk to Charlotte Cassadine. Give her some advice. She tells Charlotte Cassadine that if Charlotte Cassadine wants to help her dad, Charlotte Cassadine needs to be careful and stay safe. Valentin Cassadine told Carly that he had to leave because Charlotte Cassadine came to see him by herself. Carly and Charlotte Cassadine are keeping Valentin Cassadine's location a secret. They are not telling Lulu Spencer where Valentin Cassadine's, and that is because they do not want Lulu Spencer to know. The last thing anyone needs is for Charlotte to get herself into trouble, even if Charlotte thinks she knows what Charlotte is doing. Sunny is worried about this. Jason Morgan told Sunny that Jason Morgan wants to keep an eye on Britt Westbourne because of the way Britt Westbourne is acting about Jason Morgan and Britt Westbourne's relationship. But Sunny is concerned that things might not work out the way Jason Morgan plans. Sunny warns Jason Morgan that if something goes wrong, Britt Westbourne could turn against Jason Morgan. Jason is a man who really wants to figure out what Britt is doing. He wants to know what kind of trouble Britt has gotten herself into and how bad it is. Everyone is watching Britt because she has to finish what her father started. This project is about fusion. Britt told Marco Rios that she needs help than what she saw at the lab on the island. Lucas is worried about Britt too. Lucas is worried about Britt in a different way than Jason is. Lucas is talking to Jen Sidwell. He is telling Jen Sidwell how he really feels. Jen Sidwell looks really shocked when Lucas tells him that he does not think Jen Sidwell has any idea how crazy things are going to get that he has invited this person into his home. Lucas might make Jen Sidwell suspicious of him. That would be bad. If Lucas does that, then he will also make Ross Cullum suspicious of him. That is not all. Ross Cullum might be hiding close by. He might hear what Lucas is saying. If Ross Cullum hears him, then he will ask Lucas a lot of questions about his relationship with Sunny's ex. Is Anna seeing things that are not really there and thinking that someone else is against her? On Friday, Anna Devane saw things that were not really there, like Peter August. Now Anna Devane is doing it again. Anna Devane is chasing ghosts. This time Anna Devane is talking to Peter August's father. Anna Devane will probably not see him in person. Anna Devane is very upset and scared. Anna Devane is yelling, "Show yourself to me." Anna Devane might be hearing Peter August's father's voice, which Caesar Faison's voice. Anna Devane does not want to think that Caesar Faison is alive. Anna Devane is not really sure. Will she try to touch the apparition if one approaches her this time? Carly Corinthos is thinking about doing something that could be really big and really bad. She wants to try to get Sidwell and Valentin Cassadine to work together. This is a crazy idea because Sidwell and Valentin Cassadine are very different people. They both want power. They want it for different reasons. Sidwell and Valentin Cassadine have secrets. They are willing to hurt people to get what they want. If Carly Corinthos can get Sidwell and Valentin Cassadine to be friends, it could make the town a safer place. It could also make things much worse and start a big fight. Carly Corinthos knows that Sidwell and Valentin Cassadine do not usually get along, so this will be very hard to do. Valentin is a charming person, but he is also very good at manipulating people's emotions. He is ruthless. He hides this behind his intelligence and the fact that he has had a lot of sad things happen to him. On the hand, Sidwell is a person who likes to use force and scare people to get what he wants. He does not care about being loyal to anyone unless it helps him now. Carly is different from the others because she sees things that they do not see. She knows that Valentin and Sidwell are both dangerous on their own. She also knows that if they keep going the way they are, they will eventually collide and cause a lot of destruction. Each of them thinks that the other person has to be stopped in order for them to be in charge, and this is what will lead to the problem. Carly's motivation is not about helping other people. It is very personal to Carly. She has seen what has happened to Port Charles. It has become a place where people get hurt. This includes children and families who do not deserve to get hurt. They get caught in the middle of fights between people. Carly thinks that the only way to stop this is to talk to people and find a way to resolve the problems. Carly does not think that fighting back will work. Carly wants to stop the fighting in Port Charles. Carly has a feeling about Sidwell and Valentin. She thinks they are more similar than they think they are. This is because Carly has been around a lot of people and tricky situations. She knows what makes people, like Sidwell and Valentin, tick. They are both alone. They have both been hurt. They want to show everyone that they are strong. Carly thinks that if she can find a way to make them work together, it might just work. It is a big risk. The big question is not if she can get Sidwell and Valentin to talk to each other. The big question is if Carly can do this without getting hurt herself. Carly is worried that she might get caught in the middle and become a victim. She is worried that Sidwell and Valentin might turn on her. Carly's first challenge is Valentin. Valentin has a lot of history with Sunny, Anna, and the Cassadines. This history has made Valentin very suspicious of people who say they want peace. He is especially suspicious when Carly says she wants peace because she is very blunt and straightforward. Valentin thinks Carly is a wild card. He believes Carly can be loyal. She can also be very ruthless if someone makes her angry. Valentin wants to know what Carly really wants. He thinks Carly might have a plan that involves Sunny, Michael, or the crime scene in Port Charles. Valentin does not trust Carly. He thinks she might be trying to trick him. Carly does not say that everything is okay. Instead, she tells Valentin the truth. She tells him that if he keeps fighting with Sidwell, he will lose the things that are important to him. He will lose his child, the things he wants to be remembered for, and the chance to make things right. Carly's words make Valentin think because they are not just mean things she is saying to scare him. They are things that Valentin is already worried about. He has to think about the fact that winning this fight might not be as good as it seems. It might actually be like losing. Valentin has to think about what Carly says because she is telling him the truth, about what will happen if he keeps fighting with Sidwell. Sidwell is really volatile. He does not think brotherhood is an idea at all. He laughs at the idea that trust is important when it comes to power, and at first he thinks Carly's proposal is a threat to his power. But Carly is not scared of Sidwell. She stands up to him and is not afraid. She makes it clear that she is not asking Sidwell to change who he is. She just wants him to see that fighting all the time can make even the strongest men weak, and that is something Sidwell cannot control. Carly wants Sidwell to recognize that endless fighting is not a thing. She is painting a picture of destruction that is really clear. It is so clear that it even makes Sidwell a little unsure of himself. What she is saying is that enemies who work together because they are in a situation are easier to beat than rivals who work together because they want to get something for themselves. Slowly Sidwell starts to listen to what she has to say about destruction and how it can affect everyone. He does not want to listen at first. He is starting to think that maybe she is right, about mutual destruction. What is so bad about Carly's gamble is that she is not talking about being friends or trusting each other. She is talking about having rules and working together so that everyone gets something out of it. This is a practical arrangement where Sidwell and Valentin have to follow the rules and be careful not to hurt each other. If one of them does something, the other one will make them pay for it. When people in Port Charles find out what Carly is doing, they are really surprised and scared. This is because nobody thinks that peace can last when it is made in secret, especially when it involves two men, like Sidwell and Valentin, who have done some bad things in the past. Sonny is the first to speak up, really upset that Carly is getting involved in this situation because he is worried about her getting hurt and about what it will do to the power he has. Anna is very smart. She sees that what Carly is doing is a good idea, but she is also worried that Valentin's emotions will get in the way and make things worse if old problems come up again. Michael is also thinking about this. He is wondering if his mother is really stopping a fight or just putting it off until later when it will be even worse. The main thing that makes this story work is something Carly knows well. She gets that guys like Sidwell and Valentin do not care about what's right or wrong. They do care about what people will think of them after they are gone. So Carly uses this to get what she wants. She makes them think about how people will remember them if the city of Port Charles is destroyed because of their pride. When Carly talks to them, it is very tense. This is because neither Sidwell nor Valentin really trusts the other. They are always trying to figure out how to use the person's weaknesses against them. Carly knows that men like Sidwell and Valentin only think about themselves and their legacy. She uses this knowledge to get them to do what she wants. The city of Port Charles and its people are at risk because of the pride of men like Sidwell and Valentin. Sometimes when things seem really bad, people who do not get along can find common ground. This happens when they have an enemy, or when they want the same things, or when they are just really tired of fighting all the time. These moments of agreement can create a chance for a partnership between enemies, not because they actually want to be friends but because they want to survive. Survival is what matters to them, and if working together can help them survive, then they might be willing to put their differences. The idea of a partnership between enemies might seem unlikely. It is possible when survival is the main goal, and that is what survival of the enemies is all about, the survival of the enemies. Carly is being very careful as she goes through this. She knows that if she makes one mistake, people will turn against her. Carly is trying to stay strong. It is hard because people are threatening her and warning her to back off. They are even trying to scare her into doing what they want. Carly knows that the men she is dealing with are not afraid to hurt people. Carly will not give up. She thinks that doing nothing is an idea and that the city of Port Charles cannot handle another big fight for power. Carly believes that Port Charles needs her to take action, so she keeps going with Port Charles on her mind. As talks get really close to an agreement, the town is getting ready for what is going to happen. The town is worried because even if Carly succeeds, the relationship between the people she is trying to bring, the brotherhood of the town, will be very fragile. The brotherhood Carly is trying to build will be conditional. It will be tested all the time by people who want to get ahead, by people who betray each other, and by old problems that people have not forgotten, old grudges that are still buried. The brotherhood will be tested by ambition, by betrayal, and by these buried grudges. In classic General Hospital fashion, the question isn't whether Carly can broker peace, it's whether peace forged in darkness can ever truly hold, or whether this daring gamble will ultimately crown Carly as the architect of stability, or the catalyst for the most devastating conflict Port Charles has ever known.